A wrong turn turned into 2 days lost in the desert, alone, without water. His family feared the worst. Then, by some miracle, he was found nearly lifeless. News 13's Cole Miller is live in the Newsplex with his story.
Well, Crystal, Raymond Herrera's wife knows this story could have had a much different ending. What was supposed to be a typical trip out in his Jeep turned out to be anything but.
The sun beating down on the West Mesa makes for a wild place.
You know, he was just going to go out there for a little bit and then come home.
Myra Herrera says on Wednesday her husband Raymond decided to go four-wheeling to a spot in the desert he was no stranger to.
Very familiar, felt confident, been out there before.
But that night, he didn't come home.
He apparently took a wrong turn, got lost, wasn't sure where he was at, got really dark.
It turns out he was stuck.
He attempted to climb it twice, and it kind of fell over to the side. And at that point, it didn't want to start no more.
Herrera says her husband wandered around all day Thursday, thinking he was close to home, with no food, no water, and no cell service.
Just worried, just praying, just worried.
So she called some of their friends. They hadn't heard from him either, and they couldn't find him. By now, he was dehydrated, cramping up, and hallucinating. And then Friday, by some random chance, two hikers came across him. They thought he was dead.
So they pulled him under a bush to get him out of the sun.
They hid him under that piece of metal. One went for help and the other stayed behind.
We're lucky. My kids feel blessed. We're blessed.
His Jeep, seen here in this massive arroyo, wasn't found until yesterday.
It wasn't until I actually drove out yesterday to the area where they found his Jeep that it really hit reality on how bad the situation can happen.
He was far from home, but now with his four-wheeling family by his side, he's recovering. And they're especially grateful for those hikers who helped save his life.
On behalf of Raymond and my family, I just want to thank him.
Now, Raymond Herrera is still in the hospital. Doctors found a blood clot in his leg from that dehydration. They're working to treat that tonight. Crystal, back to you.
All right, thanks, Cole. Now, the family says if you do go out on the mesa by foot or even by car, be sure to take plenty of water and food. Also, don't go alone.